We've seen the Redmi Note 9 Pro and the Redmi Note 9 Pro Max earlier this year. Now it's time for the Redmi Note 9. In this video, let's unbox it and see what this phone has to offer, how it looks, how it feels, and a lot more. Hey guys, Ash here from C4eTech, and if you do end up liking what you see in this video, please don't forget to turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon. Let's now get started. So here's the Redmi Note 9's box. The front looks quite similar to the other Redmi Note 9 series phones we've seen this year. We have spec highlights to the back, the high performance Helio G85, 48 megapixel quad camera, dot display, etc. Box contents with the price scratched out on top. We know this starts at 12K by now though. We then have branding to the sides. Let's now open up the box. We have this cardboard insert here, and it has a SIM ejector tool, a quick start guide, and a soft case. We then have the Redmi Note 9 in its plastic cover. Let's take it out and peel the rear sticker off. The back looks nice, but disappointingly, it's plastic. Redmi seems to have regressed here. Next, we have a 22.5 watt fast charger followed by a USB Type-C cable. Now the highlight here with the Redmi Note 9 is of course the chip inside, and that's a major step up from the Redmi Note 8. We now have the Mediatek Helio G85 chip. This is supposed to bring over a 20% boost in performance compared to the Snapdragon 665 on the Redmi Note 8, which is pretty solid for a generational upgrade. As far as RAM storage goes, we have either 4 or 6 gigs of LPDDR4X RAM along with 64 or 128 gigs of eMMC 5.1 storage. The battery capacity has also been bumped up. It's 5020 mAh this time. That's about a 25% increase in battery capacity compared to the Note 8. And the charger, as we saw, it's 22.5 watts and it's included in the box. Redmi even mentions you can reverse charge at 9 watts if you want to. Now thanks to the improved hardware, the Redmi Note 9 feels snappy and it's even noticeable with day-to-day use. This here's MIUI 11 on top of Android 10. We've spoken about MIUI 11 a lot in other videos, so I'm not gonna go over all that again. But in a nutshell, the user interface is stable, it doesn't feel laggy, apps seem quick to launch, the navigation gestures are responsive, there's support for FM radio, the fingerprint scanner to the back is pretty fast and snappy. Redmi even offers face unlock, which remains as fast as ever. The gaming experience technically should be even better since the Mediatek Helio G85 supports hyper-engine game technology, which helps get the most out of existing hardware for gaming. We did check out PUBG and it seemed to run quite well. By the way, the display here is 6.53 inches up from 6.3 inches on the Note 8. While Redmi calls screens with a water drop notch like the ones on the Note 8 dot notch, they're calling this one dot display. The dot here houses a 13 megapixel selfie camera with an f2.3 lens. It's seemingly the same size sensor from last gen but with a narrower aperture lens. What do you guys think of these shots? Let me know in the comments below. Coming back to the display, this IPS LCD panel is quite nice to look at. Unlike some of the competition, there are no brightness issues. It's a good 60Hz Full HD Plus panel and one that happens to be covered by Corning's Gorilla Glass 5 for protection nonetheless. Speaking of which, the omission of glass from the back, it did feel disappointing, especially given Redmi's hiked the price here. They have retained the Aura Balance design with the centered square cameras and all, and the curved back fits well in hand, but this glossy back makes it quite a fingerprint magnet, a lot more so than glass on the Note 8. So this is one phone you definitely want to use with the case on. One positive to come out of this switch to plastic is despite both the display size and battery capacity going up, the weight has increased only by 9 grams, so it doesn't feel all that heavier. That said, Redmi Notes have always been better to use two-handed, and the Note 9 doesn't do anything to change that perception. Rounding off the placements, we have the power and volume keys to the right, an IR blaster and secondary microphone on top, a triple card tray to the left, so yes, dedicated microSD support is retained, and finally to the bottom we have the headphone jack, primary mic, a USB Type-C port, and the speaker. To the back, here's where we find a quad camera setup that's not too dissimilar from the one on the Redmi Note 8. In fact, on paper, they seem identical. So the primary is still the Samsung ISOCELL Bright GM1, 48 megapixels. It's paired with a f1.8 lens. The images seem as good as last time, if not a tad better, thanks to Redmi's improved processing. Look at the details in this shot. Even the dynamic range seems excellent for the price point. The secondary, it's again an 8 megapixel f2.2 ultra wide. It's got a 118-degree field of view and it's one of the better ultra wide options I've come across. Then we have a 2 megapixel macro and 2 megapixel depth sensor for portraits like this one. From a software perspective, all the regular options are present: AI scene recognition, Pro Color to pump up saturation, a dedicated night mode, a Pro mode. The camera interface feels snappier, and so does the shutter response. One step back here though is the video resolution maxes out at 1080p instead of 4K like with the Note 8. And now, we finally get to price. The Redmi Note 9 starts at 11,999 in India. Hopefully this time they've launched it at a sustainable price and aren't gonna keep increasing it. For example, the Redmi Note 8 was launched at 9,999, or rather 9,999. It now sells for 12,499. Yes, higher than the Note 9. Now, despite the GST increase and rupee depreciation, it seems to be a steep increase, and that actually makes the Redmi Note 9 look like a better deal. Yes, the glass back is definitely something I'm gonna miss, but the increased battery capacity, the top-notch display, the faster charging, and most importantly, the more powerful Helio G85 chip inside make the Redmi Note 9 an interesting proposition. I'll have more to say in my full review. So what do you think? Do you feel the Note 9 is a good deal, or do you feel it's priced too high, or do you feel Redmi could have done something different? Let me know via the comments below. And with that, we get to the end of this video. Thumbs up, thumbs down based on what you felt about it. Subscribe and turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon if you haven't yet. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, my name's Ash. You've been watching C4E Tech, and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.